When is the last time that you intentionally scheduled time for unstructured play? Playtime is something that's often relegated to the young and immature. Us adults don't typically have time for it, but it is one of the most important things you can do to boost your creative potential, boost your productivity, your flexibility, everything. Especially for writers, when you give your brain a chance to explore and experiment and stretch the limits of what's possible in non threatening social scenarios first, then you are much more equipped down the road to deal with threatening situations. This is the 6th video in a series where I'm going over every step to write, publish, and sell your book. Lately, I've been going over the facets of the Healthy Mind Platter, which is an activity recommendation framework that uses the brain, the body, the soul, to fully fulfill our creative potential so that when we do sit down to write, it flows seamlessly. We are basically using neuroscience to hack the creative flow so that it is reliable and consistent, not something that you have to pin down. And the Neuroleadership Institute recommends that we devote at least 2 hours every week to unstructured playtime because all animals in the animal kingdom need some form of play training. You see this in cats, you see this in dogs, you see this in monkeys. They need to be given a chance to explore and experiment and stretch the boundaries of what they can do physically, mentally, emotionally, in order to then be prepared when they actually need to use those skills in real life scenarios. For us, it creates dopamine in the brain, which means that when we do face potentially challenging and stressful scenarios, we have those muscles built for adapting, changing, and facing the challenge head on with the skills that we have developed. Writers in particular often feel like every word that they put down on paper needs to be the perfect word, the perfect sentence, whereas visual artists are much more accustomed to the practice of using a sketchbook and experimenting in that sketchbook before they get to the real art piece. And I honestly think that writers need more sketchbook time, where we just scribble and experiment and explore the language that we want to explore, so that when we do actually sit down to write our books, we have that skill more developed than it would have been without that practice. The only way that I will stand behind the recommendation to write every day is if it is sketchbook writing every day, not serious writing every day. I think that is unsustainable and puts so much stress on your creative potential. Remember, we're doing this because we presumably enjoy this process, folks. If you want more tips, you know where the buttons are. I'll be doing one of these videos every weekday for the next 11-ish weeks, so stay tuned.